Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Today, I'm going to be talking about the please skills out of the ABC please skills in the emotional regulation unit of DBT. My name is Emily Williams. The please skills stand for treating physical illness, that's the PL, balanced eating, avoiding mood altering substances, balanced sleep, and exercise. So let's first talk about treating physical illness. When we don't take care of our illnesses like diabetes, depression, or anxiety by taking care of ourselves or taking medication, we actually increase our emotional vulnerability and we stay sicker longer. It is super important to take our medications on a steady pace so you're not on this roller coaster of ups and downs, and treating any other medical conditions, such as a cough or cold or other things. I don't know about y'all, but when I am physically ill, I'm kind of a cranky pants. So it is super important. Another super important thing to consider is balanced eating. What we eat and drink can affect our moods. So things like caffeine, candy, pastas, or turkey can interfere with our moods. Mindless eating, too, of certain proportions of foods can make us feel bad physically or emotionally afterwards. We might also want to think about avoiding mood altering substances. Alcohol and drugs is what I'm talking about here. If you are already emotionally vulnerable and you want to reduce that vulnerability, avoiding drugs and alcohol is a really smart idea. Alcohol is a depressant. Marijuana can affect attention, concentration, motivation, energy, memory, and even worsen anxiety, anger, and paranoia. There's a definite correlation between self-harm, suicidal ideation, and drug and alcohol use in adolescence. The next one is balanced sleep. A lot of people are walking around sleep deprived, living life chronically fatigued and not sleeping enough. Not having enough sleep increases our stress perception. It goes through the roof. I don't know about you, but if you've ever had a night where you couldn't sleep and you only had a couple hours, it can really affect how you feel throughout the day. Physical illness, it can make mental illness worse, and anxiety, depression, obesity, and accidents have also been linked with not getting enough sleep. Let's move into exercise. Exercising daily can greatly improve your mood. The very best antidepressant out there is sunlight and exercise. So get outside and walk and build upon it daily. I did want to dig a little bit more into food and its relationship with mood. If you want to adjust how you're eating, which can be quite a daunting task, right? The first thing to do is to observe how certain foods affect your mood, both negatively and positively. Notice whether you're eating too much or too little, and start thinking about the changes you might want to make. If you try to make dramatic changes to diet all at once, the truth is the likelihood that you'll be able to stay consistent goes way down. You might feel overwhelmed, which might just set you up for failure. Start slowly and gradually change habits. Soda and sugary snacks can make you feel tired and irritable. Fatty, heavy foods can make you feel sluggish. Things like French fries, potato chips, fried chicken, greasy food, and caffeine might make you feel jittery. If you have anxiety, it actually increases your experience of anxiety. With sleep hygiene, there are some steps that you can take. The first thing is stick to a schedule. We have certain circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms is the idea that our body tries to stay on a cycle. So if we go to sleep at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day, our body adjusts to this and will have us up and alert when we get up, and we'll be ready for bed when it's time for bed. Unfortunately, if we go to bed and wake up at all different times, some problems can occur. So let's say you go to bed at 9 p.m. one night, and then 1 a.m. another night, and then 2 a.m. another night. So your body doesn't know then whether it wants it to go to sleep or be up. And this can lead to things like insomnia. If you wake up at different times, and I know many adolescents do that, where they get up at 6 o'clock in the morning for school, but then on the weekends they sleep till like 12 or 1. The problem with this is when you wake up, your body does not know whether it wants to go to be asleep or whether it needs to be up. And this can lead to sluggishness throughout the day, which can increase your emotional vulnerabilities. Establish a bedtime routine, like have certain things that you do every night. This creates some sleep triggers, things like brushing your teeth, turning down the air, turning on a fan, like getting a book to read before you go to bed. Just certain habits that are consistent. It really doesn't matter what those habits look like as long as they are an established routine. Don't eat or drink a lot before bed, because this can lead to poor sleep or waking up in the middle of the night to use the restroom. Avoid caffeine and nicotine, which are stimulants, which can help keep you up. Having healthy exercise routines can help you sleep more soundly. Keeping your room cool at night will lead to better sleep and not overheating. Try to sleep primarily at night. We are daytime animals, right? So we're not nocturnal like other animals like bats. We are daytime animals. Now, sometimes people do not have the luxury of having those sleep, but then if that's the case, just keep it consistent. Keep it dark, quiet, and try to avoid those screens. You know, those cell phones, they have blue screens in them. And those blue screens can actually interact with your brain in a way that keeps you up and alert. If you can avoid watching TV before you go to bed, that will also help. Some people like leaving the TV on at night, but that actually can keep your brain engaged. Use your bed only for sleep and not other things. That helps your brain to associate the bed with sleep. Learning to take like a shower or a bath right before bed can also be really helpful, because it helps to regulate the body and enact the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest system. Don't rely on sleeping pills. They can be habit forming, and when you don't have them, it can become problematic. And don't catastrophize if you wake up in the middle of the night. If you do wake up in the middle of the night and you start looking at the clock and you start wondering what time it is, this can actually enact your anxiety, which will help keep you up for the rest of the night. All right. Well, thank you for joining me for this discussion on the please skills. I look forward to seeing you again in our next video. Thank you so much. Bye.